Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Objective Viewers portion of the show. And I am Joe Mauricio. This afternoon, I have one very pleasant surprise for you. My guest today is no other than the real estate journey author, Dr. Brian Simon. Welcome to our show.
Thanks for having me, Joe.
Yeah. Hey, real estate journey. What's this thing all about? Why real estate?
Yeah, the real estate journey. I moved to Virginia Beach about 20 years ago, and I actually went to get my master's in church history and doctrine, and then I got a doctorate degree in leadership training and coaching. And I had a dream to teach and train people. I loved helping people. And I landed into real estate in my last year of my doctorate program, and I began to find land for builders. I began to sell homes, and then a partner and I started a home building company, Custom Homes of Virginia, with Kenton. Then we started a media company, and so we have a Fit Realty brokerage and about 70 real estate agents. We sold over 800 million in real estate over the last 15 years. And real estate has become a true passion, but really the book is about entrepreneurship. You know, it's like, how do you set a dream, and how do you turn your dream into a goal? And then how do you turn your goal into a SMART goal? Something that's specific and measurable, attainable, relevant. You know, and so helping people achieve their dreams and goals, that's what the book's all about.
That's a very good thing. But, American dreams, is like owning a house, especially coming in from other part of the world like us who came from the Philippines. And I'm sure that you have some Filipinos in the Virginia Beach area, that
Many, yeah.
many, and did you help them with their American dreams to buying a house,
Yeah,
buying a home?
right. Yeah, and then helping them to choose to buy a rental property, to build wealth, as over time that they can, purchase a property and then rent it out and have that as a long-term asset. We've had some wonderful Filipino and people from all over the world work in our brokerage over the years, and every real estate agent is an entrepreneur. Each one, they have their challenges, their battles. They only get paid if they work successfully. And so we have some wonderful agents at Fit Realty.
Having an American dream is good, okay? But once in a while, you will have these dream busters.
Yes.
How do you overcome that?
Dream busters come from so many places. Sometimes it's, childhood tapes like, you're lazy, or, things that you believed about yourself as a young person, or, you're not so smart. When I was a kid, I wasn't as smart as you. You were straight A's, Joe. But for me, I had a hard time getting a C. I had to work hard just to get a C when I was young. But when I connected to my give a damn, which is one of the chapter titles, I connected to my why, and I began to press forward. And you have to bust your dream busters. You have to believe in you, and you have to
Yes.
be confident, and you have to take risks. And business is chaotic and scary at times. But you have to press forward through the chaos, through the challenges, and have incremental goals to get where you're going.
Well, how do you cultivate in believing yourself? Sometimes we lack self-confidence, but how do you cultivate that?
Yeah,
Do we?
it's a day. I think it's a daily activity. I know one thing that helped me a lot when I first began that journey is I would write down the good things that are happening in my life, the accomplishments, and I would write down even when I did fail. I would say, why did I fail? So I don't do that same mistake again. It's constantly learning and being willing to forgive yourself. I say in my book, there are many times as an entrepreneur that if I needed to be fired. Somebody should fire me, but I'm the owner of the business, so nobody could. And so I didn't fire myself, but I had to forgive myself for mistakes I've made that have cost the company and money, time, resources. So you have to get back up and you have to press forward. And that cultivation of belief and is a daily thing. And sometimes you have to look yourself in the mirror because you're your biggest cheerleader. You know, your friends, your family. That's wonderful, but in the bottom line, you live with yourself every day. And if you can't encourage yourself, you can't always know that someone else is going to do that.
Well, what are the skills needed to succeed in business?
Confidence is certainly one. I say, blessed are the flexible, for they shall not be broken. Because in business, you have to remain flexible. The world changes constantly. Technology nowadays changes constantly, as you know, and we were talking about. That the internet and all the different technologies that come in. So you have to be flexible to adjust your business no matter what is happening in the environment. And you have to position continually for success.
Well, in your book, how do you turn your dream into smart?
Into smart goals. Your goal has to be specific. So you can't just say, I want to make $100,000 next year. You want to be more specific. Like, I want to make X amount of money a month, and I have to take these actions to do that. So a specific goal, a measurable goal, something that you can measure. A lot of times people say, I want to be successful, or I want to be a good dad, or I want to be a great mom. But you can't really measure good. You can't, it's not a measurable goal. And so I kind of break down in the book, examples of specific, measurable, attainable. Sometimes people will set goals that they actually could not attain in a realistic timeline. And so it has to be a goal that is attainable. And then,
Relevance is also.
Yeah, it has to be relevant. It has to be something that means something to you and something that you have a passion about and that you're committed to accomplish. And then time specific.
Yes.
It's so important that you put times on your goals. My business partner, Kenton, and I in the building company, we go away twice a year for 10 days, and we plan out week by week, month by month, what the next year, what the next 2 years, what we want to accomplish month by month. And that's how we set smart goals to achieve our dreams.
What are those financial aptitude that must be developed?
It's one thing to make money, it's another thing to keep it. And so, like I have found over the years, we will make a lot of money on this or a lot of money on that, but do we keep it? Are we able, and so you cannot just look at money management as something you do when you get rich. Money management starts right now. It starts today. If you manage your finances, and we lay that out in the last chapter of the book. It's a whole financial management section with some good tips from mistakes that I've made and seen others make. But I've seen so many entrepreneurs come in and they have a great vision, they have a great goal, and they're not able to financially make the business work because of the details, and they don't measure out the true cost. You have to count the cost before you jump into something.
A lot of people, first home buyers especially, how could you make that thing, the first home buying, profitable?
Yeah. I say there's no perfect spouse, no perfect house.
Oh, my wife will argue that.
Will you argue that? Veronica says no.
Yeah.
So, you have to get your foot into real estate, and starting with your first home, whether it's a smaller home than what you might have dreamed. A lot of times people think they want to wait until they can buy their dream home. I said, no, your dream home comes by starting with a step by step, even if you start with a smaller townhome or a condo, but getting your foot in the door of real estate, and then over time, buying rental property, multi-family property, things that will always pay you month by month.
What does it take to be like you, for example, what does it take to be a good real estate agent?
A good real estate agent has to care about their client. If you really want to be good, you have to put your client's needs first, and that's what I love about our agents at Fit Realty. You know, they care about their client, and if it comes from the heart of that, another thing is you have to be you have to always be going. A real estate agent, you know, typically will work about 7 days a week, off and on throughout every day, and that's because clients have different needs.
Oh, why do you think that the real estate is the best investment?
You know, historically, the great thing is land and property. You know, they're not making any more of it. You know, so owning property, owning multifamily, historically is where wealth was most created across the world, and so real estate is the beginning of wealth historically for so many people. And many people start in real estate and they use that money to start a business.
What does it take to make your finances properly? I mean, how do you make it profitable and organized and everything that you do in the? It's not a textbook thing. It's what you learn in your dealings with people. How do you make it more proper, more profitable
Yeah.
for you?
For us, you know, I think being willing to look at the business model that you have, and say that you know that you might have to adjust your business over time with the economy and with the market. You know, so for example, my home building company with my partner Kenton, you know, we have because we went from being an affordable builder, you know, that would build in a very affordable price range, to over the last 5 years becoming a much more custom builder, building a lot larger, more customized homes. We have had to change our business dramatically. And had we not, this change would not have worked out. It's worked out great, but that's because we changed how we ran the business to adjust to the new marketplace that had presented itself.
Okay, our time is up, and he was signaling my time is up. So, one last word from you. One last word to our audience.
My last word would be that you have, you know, having a dream is the beginning. Believe in yourself, have a dream, and be bold. Step out. Had I not stepped out and been aggressive and took risks, I could never have had successful business. And that's what I would challenge.
Isn't doing things out of the box risky?
It is risky. It's a little scary, but you got to take scary steps to make big changes for you, your family, and your future.
Okay, one last word. Where can I buy this book, The Real Estate Journey?
Yeah, the Real Estate Journey is available in bookstores across the country. You go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble's online and grab a copy today. Or go to briansimon.com, my website, and download free materials. You can check out my entrepreneurship coaching package and learn more about our media company to create and grow your business brand.
You bet. Yeah. Enough said. Anything else that you can add?
I would
To
just,
our people here in Chicago, you are located in
Yep.
Virginia Beach.
Yeah,
Virginia.
so coming here from Virginia Beach today to check out this beautiful city of Chicago has been a joy, and I thank you all for having me, and I look forward to checking out some of the scenes of the city today.
You bet. Hey, thank you very much for gracing our show, Dr. Simon. And again, this is Joe Mauricio. Mabuhay. See you next week.